NBA today was absolutely ridiculous, with 3 games just completely blowing my mind. So let's not waste any time and get right into it. Let's start with the Knicks-Hawks game. Now, this one, I mean, what the heck even happened? The Knicks won by 51 points. They were up by 61 points at some point. The Hawks, funnily enough, actually had a lead at some point in the game, but we'll say it kindly that this lead was not held onto. On the Knicks side of things, you had OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart all have plus minuses of plus 40 or above. Cat had a triple-double. Jalen Brunson played efficiently. OG Anunoby, 29. Mikal Bridges, 24. The game was lost from the very tip. Now, the Hawks side of things, this was an embarrassing game. Multiple ejections. Actually, Mitchell Robinson and Dyson Daniels ended up taking each other out of the game. And wow, what a game. A 51-point loss is just not something that you see. But I'll double back to that at the end of the video, because for now, let's move on to the Sixers-Celtics game. Series is now tied up at 3-3 after the Sixers win by 13 at home. They're looking pretty hot right now, winning 3 of the last 5 games. And I mean, Joel Embiid he's playing well. Last game he had 33, 4, and 8. Today he had 19, 10, and 8. And honestly, it's impressive. He just came back from appendicitis and he got his appendix removed, and now he's playing pretty well. Tyrese Maxey had 30, Paul George had 23, VJ Edgecombe 14 and 8, Kelly Oubre 14 and 9. And when you have 6 players that are extremely good and could all be starting on their respective positions, you win games. Especially when the team that you're playing against has Jaylen Brown shooting 7 of 17 with 5 turnovers and 4 fouls. Along with that, Jason Tatum played super badly, only scoring 17 points on 46% shooting. Derek White has been terrible this entire playoff run. He only shot 3 of 8 with 2 turnovers and 3 fouls, and literally no one played well on the Celtics side of things to make for a pretty disappointing loss. And I'll jump back into that game in a sec, but first let's shift our focus to the Wolves-Nuggets game, because the Wolves ended up winning by 12 points against the Denver Nuggets, led by Jaden McDaniels' 32 and 10, Rudy Gobert 10, 13, and 8, and Terrence Shannon Jr. really stepping it up with 24 points on 9 of 10 shooting. Obviously, with Ayo Dosunmu, Anthony Edwards, Dante DiVincenzo, and Kyle Anderson out, this was not a game you were expecting to win, to take the series and beat Jokic, sending him home. Jokic, obviously one of the MVP favorites, had 28, 9, and 10, but look, they could just not win tonight. That is in a large part due to Jamal Murray going 4 of 17, and the Nuggets are definitely going to be looking to blow this up. Christian Braun played 28 minutes, literally made a single shot, and did nothing else. Bruce Brown, 14 minutes, 1.1 rebound, 1 assist. This is the type of stat line that gets posted on those funny infographics. The Wolves are a team that I have believed in this entire playoff run. Their metrics, their statistical metrics are basically flawless. They should be the favorites to win the championship, but everyone is sleeping on them. Now with DiVincenzo out, people were sure that the Nuggets were going to win the series, but the Wolves were able to bring it home in 6. I'm a Warriors fan, by the way. I don't know why I'm doing all this glazing, but really impressive win from the Wolves tonight, sending Jokic home. Now let's dive back into some of those other games. Okay, so first let's go a bit more in depth on the Knicks-Hawks series, because the Knicks winning by 51 was the end to a pretty back and forth series. But look, if you're looking at the box scores, you're going to think the Knicks had this in the bag the entire time. They won the first game by 11, lost the next 2 by a combined 2 points, and then won by 16, 29, 51. That's crazy. Throughout the entire series, the point differential was plus 100 to them, and they still lost 2 games. I mean, absolutely ridiculous, but as I said in a video a few weeks ago, The X factor is CJ McCollum. That seems insane to say, considering that they have Jalen Johnson and Jonathan coming on their team. But look, CJ McCollum went 4 of 13 tonight, had 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. That's not a recipe for success. Every game that they won, he went off. And when that doesn't happen, look, you just can't win. As well as, look, I don't know what the Hawks are really doing. Jalen Johnson had 21, 8, and 6, which I guess is an impressive stat line, but no one was there to back him up. The second best player on the team, I would say, was Onyeka Okongwu, who even he had 4, 6, and 5. Super embarrassing performance, and the Knicks moving on. Look, that is a really significant thing because the Knicks, obviously, they have a very good team, but they haven't performed well in the playoffs historically. But historically, I do mean the past few seasons. Now, they're going to either play the Celtics or the Sixers, both of which are going to a 7-game series against each other, and neither of which are looking too good, except for maybe the Sixers, but I honestly believe that the Knicks can beat the Sixers if it comes down to it. If it comes down to the Celtics, however, it's going to be a really hard battle. And yeah, that'll just be something interesting to see. To go along with that, from the Wolves side of things, they're now going to play the Spurs in round 2. Huge series, and it's going to be decided 100% by injuries. Who's injured, who's not. The Spurs, obviously, Victor Wembanyama has had a bit of trouble staying on the court recently, but everyone else on that team is 100% healthy. The Wolves, DiVincenzo out for season, Dosunmu out for a bit, Anthony Edwards, I don't think we have any idea when he's going to come back. So I guess winning in 6 wasn't even the best thing for them because that just means that the next series is going to start even sooner. And for this last chunk of the video, I guess I'll talk about the Sixers-Celtics game a bit more. Look, it's tied 3-3. The next game decides it all, and I have no idea who's going to win. This series has looked more back and forth than any other series these entire playoffs, and the Celtics they seem like they can't perform. I hate to say it, but Jaylen Brown's terrible, Vucevic is terrible, Jason Tatum, recovering from an injury, still terrible. The Sixers really should be winning this series, but obviously they dropped 2 games when Embiid wasn't there. They dropped 1 game when Embiid was there, which was terrible because Embiid had 26 and 10. And they were home court, but Tatum and Pritchard just played very efficiently, sending them home that game. Game 7 is going to be a big one. Celtics home court advantage, everyone healthy on both sides of things. Jeez, I have no idea who's going to win. If I had to put any money on it, I would probably take the Celtics, but I do think it would be more fun to see the Sixers play the rest of these playoffs. But I don't know, let me know what you think on that end, and please comment if you enjoyed this video. Just comment, let me know something interesting. Peace.